Good morning, beautiful humans. Something that I've been seeing come up a lot and that I also reflect on quite a bit is purpose. What is our life purpose? What the fuck are we doing here? Well, in this moment, my purpose is to be talking to you and drinking some juice. Mm. And, I see so much out there of like people wanting to know purpose and like know what their purpose is. I might have even mentioned this yesterday. I went on a total riff yesterday, so feel free to check that out. The deep contemplations video. And so everyone wants to know about their purpose. What is it? Right? And so in reflection of that, I just really think about like, is purpose assigned or is it created? We want to believe that it's assigned, that there's some greater meaning to our existence here, because how much of our belief system would be completely shattered if it wasn't assigned, if there wasn't a grander purpose here. And so we want to really believe that we have a specific reason for coming here. But do we? I don't fucking know. Or another option is, are we not assigned a purpose and that we are constantly creating purpose with every choice that we make? Our purpose can evolve as we evolve. Something that was purpose for even myself 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago, may not be purpose for me anymore. My reason for living, my reason for being, because I shift and evolve and change, as do all of us. And so this is actually, if you're in this place also really contemplating at this level and contemplating purpose, do know that that in itself is a gift and a luxury in this life, and that so many people are simply trying to survive and make their way through the world, that is their purpose. And that's a beautiful purpose to have as well. That's not, a disregard or it's talked down to statement. That is just an uncomfortable truth, is that a lot of people are just trying to get by, and that is purposeful, right? The purpose is to survive. It's very instinctual, right? Very I guess evolutionary, essentially. Like that is, built into us. And so when we are not out of that place and we're just in survival, operating from that standpoint and that instinct, that is our purpose. And that's beautiful, because that also ensures the survival of humanity as a species. We like don't credit that. We think that we have to do something fucking like ridiculous and like over the top and, like do all of these things to validate ourselves and our existence and purpose to make it all worthwhile. But is being here not enough? Is just getting to have this experience not enough purpose for us? Like, isn't it interesting how like we evolve and our consciousness is evolving, and now we get to contemplate this on a very deep level, and then notice that the experience itself isn't enough, and so we're searching and trying to figure out what the fuck is our purpose, when like we're then missing out on it. It's like the purpose is to be here, right? It's so much more complex and so much more simple than we see it as. I mean, and the complexities really is what we create, right? We are very complex beings and we create complexities all the time in our want and need to figure things out. But what if this now moment was enough? Like, what if it was enough to just experience this world, because we are, in fact, the evolution of the universe becoming conscious and then examining itself. Like, I'm contemplating things of the universe as the universe, just bouncing them back and forth to myself, whether I'm just talking to myself, whether I'm thinking, whether I'm talking to you. Like, we're all just projections and different reflections of aspects of the universe. We're all having a different experience, really, just to see what that's like. There's so many different versions, like near infinite number of versions that we can reflect as the universe, and we're just one piece of the reflection, the human species. There's all sorts of levels of consciousness on this planet. Never mind just this planet, all planets, all galaxies, all of whatever there is out there is encompassed in that reflection, and it's all at these different stages. So what if just by being here as we are is our purpose? What does that feel like? Does that feel depressing, or does that feel empowering? For me, it feels empowering. And really, no matter which way you feel, think about that. Why do you feel that way? Why would it be depressing to know that we're just here having an experience? Why would it feel empowering to know that we are just here having an experience, right? How does that stack up against your current beliefs? These are some really deep questions that I think about. And I'll just share, like, I feel empowered because that means that I get to choose. I get to create the meaning in my life. I get to create purpose in my life. It's not at the whim of some mystical force. Like, I am that force and I get to create it because I'm the universe, right? I am that powerful thing. And we often want to give our power away to something bigger than us, but like, we literally are that bigger thing, as like we are the embodiment of that bigger thing. There's so much we don't know, but I feel so powerful knowing that every moment of every day I get to create purpose and meaning, and I can shift wildly in that in my lifetime if I so choose, and it just shifts with me. You know, there was certainly a time in life where I was just trying to get by, just trying to fit in, just trying to do the things, get from one day to the next, to be like the perfect stand-up citizen, and like the good wife and the good daughter and family member and friend and whatever. And then I realized that I didn't really give a shit about any of that. That's what made me feel depressed, was me trying to find purpose in all of those things. And as I shed them, right, and went on this, I suppose, discovery of purpose, and went through all of these different phases to where I am now of, I'm just here to have an experience. And I've seen so much how that purpose has shifted that I have come to the conclusion that we are just creating purpose. And that's beautiful, because that literally gives all of us our power back as to what we can do with this life, what we want to do. That means anything we want to do is fucking possible, because we can create it. Our minds, like, we're so powerful, you guys, and we see, I can't say this enough, how often we just like give it away, of like, well, I have to do this thing because that's my divine purpose, or I have to do this thing because this person said it was my purpose, or they said that it would be best, or because I have to provide, or because this is my role. All of these different reasons on the spectrum of, you know, where we are in life and what we have that capacity to really contemplate and move through wherever we are. but we are quite literally like the embodiment of the purpose of whatever's going on here. Like us, like the universe becoming conscious. Whoa, like that in its, is that not purposeful? Like, is that not enough? Is it not enough for us to just be as we are? For me to just like be here and talk to you in this moment is my purpose, and to like enjoy my juice as I do that, and to just come and be human with you. And yet we want to feel this level of self-importance, this accomplishment that we've done something with our life. But these little moments are so beautiful and so powerful. Like, this is purpose of life, if you ask me. These small quiet moments that might even just pass us by, that we don't even think about it. This is the real like joy in life, is to be on a level in which we know these things to be true, that we are constantly creating purpose. Wow. We don't have to agree with everyone's purpose. We don't have to agree with what everyone's doing, but knowing that we feel good about what we're doing with our life, I think is the best that we can do. And to have that sense of alignment and that peace and that self assurance, so we can better the world for our fellow humans, right? Because it just comes down to wanting to ensure our continuous evolution, right? For us to continue as this species. Because that in itself is powerful and fucking magical. And there's so much that we don't know that we get to explore. What a gift it is to be able to pass this on, to keep this going for other people in the future. How amazing. It's very, very cool to think about it from this outside perspective of like outside the confines of what we normally think about when we think about purpose. This is completely outside of that structure. We are the purpose, right? In our own life. We get to express that in any way that we choose. So, how will you do that? What's calling to you now? How do you want to make an impact? What legacy do you want to leave here? What purpose do you want to create for your life? Just some things to think about today. Okay, my friends, that's what I've got for you. Love you lots, and I will catch you on the flip side.